This is a critical and emerging scam that needs widespread attention. Telegram channels offer to rent U.S. bank accounts to scammers. Imagine a quiet corner of the internet, a seemingly harmless Telegram channel buzzing with offers. But these aren't offers for discounted gadgets or trendy clothes. These are advertisements for renting out U.S. bank accounts to scammers. It sounds audacious, almost unbelievable, yet it's happening, turning unsuspecting individuals into unwitting accomplices in large-scale financial crime. This alarming trend reveals a dangerous vulnerability that banks are currently struggling to contain, directly affecting individuals and the integrity of the financial system itself. The underbelly of the digital world. The rent-a-bank account scam works by exploiting a critical loophole: the need for scammers to move illicit funds without being traced. They can't simply use their own accounts without quickly being flagged. This is where the rental comes in. Scammers, often operating from overseas, approach individuals, sometimes through social media platforms like Telegram, LinkedIn, or even direct messages, with seemingly lucrative offers. They promise easy money, a weekly payment, a percentage of transactions, or a one-time lump sum just for lending their bank account. The excuses are varied. We need to receive payments from clients abroad. It's for online gaming winnings, or it's for a new business venture that can't open a U.S. account yet. Once an individual agrees, they are instructed to provide their bank account details, online banking credentials, and sometimes even their SIM card to bypass two-factor authentication. With this access, the scammers quickly begin funneling vast sums of illicit funds, often from other scams like pig butchering, crypto romance scams, phishing, or even drug trafficking, through the rented account. These funds are rapidly withdrawn, transferred to other accounts, or converted into cryptocurrency, making them incredibly difficult to trace. The account holder, often lured by the promise of quick cash, is usually unaware of the true source or scale of the money being laundered until it's too late. Their account is frozen, and they find themselves embroiled in a serious criminal investigation. The art of deception, scammer tactics. These operations are highly organized and employ cunning psychological and technical tactics. Lure of easy money. The primary bait is the promise of significant income for minimal effort. This targets individuals facing financial distress, students, or anyone looking for a quick buck. False promises of legality. Scammers explicitly state the activity is legal or harmless, downplaying any risks and assuring the individual they won't face consequences. Exploitation of trust and naivety. They build a superficial rapport, making the offer seem like a genuine, exclusive opportunity. They exploit a lack of financial literacy or understanding of money laundering laws. Pressure for quick action. Like many scams, there's often a subtle urgency to get the bank account details and begin transactions, preventing the individual from fully researching or consulting others. Remote access and control. Demanding online banking credentials and SIM card access allows scammers to control the account fully, often without the individual's direct involvement in each transaction. Obscure communication channels. Using encrypted messaging apps like Telegram helps them operate under the radar, making it harder for law enforcement to track their activities. Warning signs, red flags to heed. If someone approaches you with an offer related to your bank account, pay close attention to these critical red flags. Easy money offers. Any proposition that promises substantial income for simply allowing someone to use your bank account. Requests for bank account credentials. No legitimate entity will ever ask for your online banking username, password, PIN, or multi-factor authentication codes, regardless of their promises. Demands for SIM card access. Handing over your SIM card means giving complete control over your phone number, including receiving OTPs or one-time passwords for banking transactions. Vague explanations for funds. If the purpose of the money transfers is unclear, shifting, or doesn't make logical sense, e.g. international client payments for a non-existent business, communication on encrypted apps, while not always a red flag on its own, combined with other suspicious elements, a preference for communication solely on apps like Telegram is concerning. Lack of formal contracts. Legitimate financial arrangements involve clear, legally binding contracts, not informal agreements via chat. Too good to be true returns. If the compensation offered for renting your account seems disproportionately high for the effort involved. Safeguarding your financial identity. Prevention is key. Protecting yourself from becoming a money mule is crucial. Here are 5 practical tips. Never share bank account details or credentials. Your bank account is yours alone. Never give anyone your online banking login, passwords, PINs, or multi-factor authentication codes, regardless of their promises. Be skeptical of easy money schemes. If an offer sounds too good to be true, it almost certainly is a scam. Legitimate employment or investment require actual work or capital. Understand money laundering. Be aware that allowing your account to be used for illicit transactions, even unknowingly, makes you a money mule, a role that carries severe legal consequences, including fines, imprisonment, and a criminal record. Verify all offers independently. If you're targeted with an offer, research the company and the individuals thoroughly. Look for official websites, legitimate contact numbers, and public reviews. Don't rely on information provided by the person making the offer. Educate your loved ones. Discuss these types of scams with family and friends, especially elderly relatives and young adults who may be more vulnerable to financial lures or less aware of the legal repercussions. A global network of illicit finance. The rent a bank account scam is a symptom of a global problem. Similar money laundering schemes are rampant across Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world, adapting to local banking systems and payment methods. Law enforcement agencies worldwide are constantly battling these sophisticated financial crime networks. The challenge is immense, as these operations leverage a global pool of victims and mules, making detection and prosecution incredibly complex. The failure of some banks to quickly identify and freeze these accounts further exacerbates the problem, allowing vast sums to flow through the financial system unchecked. The cost of complicity, a call to action. The consequences of renting your bank account are far-reaching. Beyond losing access to your funds, you could face criminal charges, a damaged credit history, and long-term financial exclusion. This isn't just about protecting your money. It's about safeguarding your freedom and your future. Stay vigilant, understand the risks, protect your financial identity, and educate your community. If you suspect you've been targeted or have inadvertently become involved, immediately contact your bank and relevant law enforcement agencies. Your swift action can help prevent further harm and aid in the fight against these criminal enterprises.